Hey, and welcome back to Let's Play Need for Speed Most Wanted for the PlayStation 2. In the last episode, we got through most of the cutscene stuff, and this episode, we're following this arrow to this safe house. The GPS arrows in, well, actually in all Need for Speed games are kind of whack. So you might just want to follow your mini map, because the arrows will sometimes point you in the complete opposite direction of where you want to go. So your best bet is just to follow your mini map. And each time you enter a place, you'll get a little tutorial screen about something here.
So you found it all right. What do you think? You can store your ride here. Consider it your safe house. You can use it to lie low when your heat gets too high. If you want to take out Razor and get your ride back, you've got a lot of work to do. You have to work your way up the blacklist and take out everyone on the way. As far as they're concerned, you're just working to get back into the blacklist. Pick the right event, get enough bounty, and you can challenge a ranked racer. Once they're all out of the way, Razor's all yours. Cool? I'll let you get back to business. I'll call you when the time's right. Later.
Pretty boy's going down. Okay, anyway, so every time you, except for this beginning time, because you can't beat the number 16 guy. Every time you beat somebody, you'll get a bio of the next guy you have to beat. Okay, you'll get this, and you'll get a little bio video showing his car, and there's some racing scenes where his car does stuff, or her, because there are some girls on the list. So basically, he has a souped-up version of the car we have. Okay, so here we have your safe house. You can choose to resume free roam, which is basically go out and do random things. You can, that phone is in the game, it's not mine. You can check how far you are on the blacklist. You can switch your car if you have more than one, and you can save your game. Up in the left, it shows you how much completion you've done in your career, how much your bounty is, which basically, bounty is your reputation. The more illegal stuff you do during cop chases, like destroy cars and be in cop chases for a long amount of time, it goes up because the police are willing to give more money to the person who catches you, and somehow the people on the blacklist find out what this number is. So, and that's your reputation, and then below that is how much money you have. Since I had 40,000 and I got a $35,000 car, I have 5,000. So, to advance the storyline and compete against these people, you have to do certain things. You have to win so many races, finish so many milestone events, which are things you do during cop chases, and have a total bounty of whatever the heck it says. So for this guy, it's 20,000. Let's see. My strategy is always to start with the cop stuff first, because that's what I think is the easiest. Now there are two different types of cop things. There is the cop chase, where the police cars are after you, they're trying to stop you and stuff, and you have to do stuff during the cop chase, like hit so many cop cars, evade in this amount of time, or have a cop chase that is longer than this. Or stuff like disable cop cars, get past so many roadblocks, have a helicopter sent at you, because that can happen, and stuff like that. But then there are these, the photo tickets. Basically, you're trying to go as fast as you can through like a speed camera, and you try to get over the speed. These are the easy ones. These are the easy cop things, because basically all you do is drive fast in a straight line. Because okay, this one said 80, and it basically gives you long enough of a pathway that you could probably, I'll probably hit over 100 on the speed camera for how far it set me. Say 100, say 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 115. Blew that out of the water by 35. And that's talking about evading the police. Don't need to read that. So that's the photo ticket. Okay. So, Now, you might think that you have to go back to your safe house to get to the next event, but if you push down on the D-pad, you get a quick little thing with all the stuff you need to do. So now we are going to get in a cop chase and try to take down these goals. Now, once you hit it and get loaded, you're straight into the cop chase. Okay, the cops don't have to find you; you get straight into it. So basically, it's a cop chase. You're trying to get away from the cops and not get busted. If you get busted with the same car 3 times, you lose your car. And every time you get busted, you have to pay fines for the stuff you broke. Okay. Okay. So, okay. The bar at the bottom explains how likely it is you're going to get away or get caught. If the bar gets all the way to the left, you lose. If the bar gets all the way to the right, you get into cooldown mode, which is this, and the cops don't see you. And if the bar fills up, you're out of the cop chase. Okay. Now the stuff to the right, it tells you how long you've been in the chase, what your bounty is for the chase, and then what milestones you need to complete. If it's already completed, it won't shuffle through them. But if you have more than one active, it'll shuffle through them at a regular interval. Okay. And now explaining the circle around the left side. That's your heat meter. That's how much the cops want to get you. Okay. The higher the level, the more advanced stuff they take after. They bring after you. Like I said, helicopters, SUVs that are their only thing is just to ram you, and stuff like that. And like really awesome cars, like really souped up Corvettes and stuff towards the end. And okay, now your bounty will go up by a set amount depending on your heat level every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds you're in chase, you will get more bounty. The higher your heat level is, the higher it goes. Like level 1, you'll get 100. You'll get 100 for every 10 seconds, but it goes up. Oh yeah, I got him. It'll go up like it won't be like 200, 300. I forget what it is exactly. But oh, I gotta get away now. I get away. Okay. Okay, if you see the little orange triangles on the map are things you can break to make the cops like disable cop cars. This is one of my favorite ones. You're gonna go through the baseball stadium and just break that down. You pretty much can walk. You can just pretty much lock yourself in the baseball field and just wait here. Oh, and your timer stops when you get into cooldown mode. So don't think that if you like have to have a time better than this, that you can be in cooldown mode and still get time, because you can't. And I escaped. And it tells you all the stuff you did during the race, like how much time it took, how many cars you took down, and what milestones you did. I basically did all of them. Okay. And then it has more stats, like, you know, how much you did. And then if you hit square, you get infractions. There are 8 infractions. Speeding, excessive speeding, reckless driving, ramming a police vehicle, hit and run, damaged property, resisting arrest, and driving off the roadway. Okay, speeding, self-explanatory, going over the speed limit. Excessive speeding is going like 50 miles an hour over the speed limit. Reckless driving is like going 100 miles an hour over the speed limit. And the cops have to see you do that for it to happen. Okay, ramming a police vehicle, self-explanatory, hit a cop car. Hit and run, hit a civilian car, and run away. Damage property, break anything. Resisting arrest means that you got into cooldown mode, and driving off roadway, obvious, you drive off the roadway. Okay. Yeah, he's just telling you about what you have to do to get the blacklist guy to want to challenge you. Okay. And so, okay, see that little circle at the top right is the autosave. You can turn that off if you want, but I suggest you leave it on because it doesn't take that long, and you don't really want to forget if you saved or not, or if like a lightning storm or whatever. Now, the bounty thing with the milestone events, if you don't get enough bounty from the milestones and the cop chase you do, you can go to bounty and just pick a place where you want to start a cop chase to get more. But usually, the milestones will get you to the set amount. And one point, you're almost guaranteed to have at least a 10-minute cop chase sometime, even though that's not one of the goals. But once you get into that 10-minute cop chase, you're pretty much going to be set for bounty for the rest of the game. So if you want to have like a 10-minute cop chase, you want to do it towards the middle of the game, but once you have it, you're going to be set for the rest of the game. So after you do that, you have to go do races. Okay, so it gives you what races you can do, and it tells you how much money you'll get for winning the race, what the probability of cost being there is, how many laps it is, how long the race is, and stuff like that. So we're going to start off with this one. And this is a circuit race, which is basically your run-of-the-mill, go this many laps and finish first race. Okay. So this is a 2-lap race. Oh, I almost got the boost that time. As you can see, I think all 3 of them probably did get the boost because they all jolted in front of me. Now, as you can see, my car doesn't come with nitrous because it's a stock car. Once you start defeating rivals, you'll be able to buy better and nicer parts for your car that make them better. So, but basically, for this first guy, you pretty much have to win with whatever car you bought with no upgrades, pretty much, which isn't that hard to do because these first races are really, really easy. It only starts getting hard towards the end, especially when you start getting into drag races. I hate drag races. Here's the first instance of a shortcut. Shortcuts will not be marked on your map, so you're going to have to be looking for them. I would say 95% of shortcuts are useful, but some are just not worth it because you have to like use speed breaker to get into them sometimes. It'll just end up slowing you down horribly. And I'll tell you which ones really aren't worth it if I can remember. But towards the end of the game, if you don't take the shortcuts, you're going to lose. Now, but these shortcuts here, like these aren't worth it really because you have to really go out of your way, and it's a narrow passage where you're more likely to get hit on the sides and slow down. So I wouldn't take those shortcuts. I don't think they're that useful. But you can take them if you want. Yeah. Now, towards the beginning of the game, the CPUs will not take shortcuts, but like I said, towards the end, they will take every shortcut pretty much. Every good shortcut, and they actually know which ones are the bad shortcuts, and they won't take them. So you're gonna have to take the shortcuts too if you want to win. Now there is some the CPU taking shortcuts actually sometimes helps you, but hitting taxi cabs doesn't help you. Sometimes the CPU will take a shortcut, but it'll miss. It'll like hit. The CPU car will hit the edge of the shortcut, and it'll spin out and basically block all the other CPU cars. So when it does that, you pretty much won the race. Okay, that's just explaining that you have to get a set number of races and milestones to make the guy challenge you again. Now, if you do want to go back to your safe house without having to find it again, you can hit start and go to jump to safe house. But in here, and also in the start menu, you can upgrade your performance, but you have to have parts for it. You can't tune a stock car, and you can have options. You can mess with the options like audio, video, gameplay stuff. Okay. If you hit left on the D-pad, you bring up your map, where you can tell where special locations are, like car shops, which are these. Park shops are these. Car shops are the blue ones, and safe house, which you will eventually have more than one. Or you can use it to find out where the races are on the map if you really want to go there by just driving there, which would take forever. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep going to this thing. So the next race is a sprint race. This is basically a get to point A to point B first race, but there's only one linear path to get there. I mean, you can't like drive around all past the city and get to where you need to go. It's pretty much one linear thing because all the other things are blocked off by these orange arrow things, which are pretty much walls. So if you run into them and act like a wall. But there are shortcuts. But the shortcuts still funnel you through a linear path. So don't think you can like beat the system by like the ending is like right like a 90-degree, because some of the finish lines, if you would like pull a 90-degree turn and go left once, you would be right there at the finish line. It doesn't let you do that. Which I wish it would, because then like if you, I mean my PS2 was never hooked up to the internet, but if you play people on the internet and you knew to do that, like people, there'd be people out there that pick the race where it's like 90-degree turn and the finish line's right there, just to troll people and like say and like be like complete jerks and like 90-degree turn win 3 seconds. And I would probably be one of those people, because, well, if I was in that kind of mood, because sometimes I actually want to race the right way, but most of the time I would want to race the right way, but sometimes I just want to see what people would do, see them rage quit after I win 5 seconds by pulling a 90-degree turn and winning in 3 seconds. But yeah. Anyway, I said something funny in one of the failed ones. It's like, I wonder if anybody's slug bugging anybody because of my car. Because I totally would. If somebody was watching this on the computer, I walked up to them, I'd be like, orange one. It's like, what? You're watching it on the screen. It's like, oh. And we won again, blew them out of the water. Oh, and another thing, the CPU cars will stay on the map for a while, but if you like get them off your map, they'll disappear. So you can like follow them, but they don't go anywhere. They just don't go anywhere. They just randomly drive around the city. So you can even do that to amuse yourself for a while if you're kind of getting kind of bored of racing and stuff. So we need one more race to challenge them, and we only have one more race. So we're going to do this one. This is a lap knockout race. So the object of this one is obviously to win, but there's a catch. If you're in last place during a lap, you get knocked out of the race. So every time you do one of these races, it'll be 3 laps. Hey, I got the boost. It'll be 3 laps every time. So basically, you don't want to be in last place. This is good for people that screw up a lot at the beginning, but don't get into last place, because you'll be able to come back. Just make sure you're not last place, like I keep saying. And these can be some of the ones where you could. I would say this and the drag races are the ones where you're going to rage quit the most, because these right here are the longest races, because they're 3 laps. And if you like get to the last lap with you and one other person, excuse me, if you lose over and over, you're gonna rage quit so fast. Which reminds me, I'm not gonna do the noobish thing and like if I know I'm gonna lose, I'm not gonna restart. I'm actually gonna take it I'm gonna take the loss. But if I lose more than once, I'll just cut to the race where I win, because you guys would have already seen. And see, that guy got knocked out because he's the last. Because you guys would have already seen the track twice, So basically, I would try it once. If I lose, I'll try it again. If I lose that time, I would just cut to when I win, because I know you guys really would probably prefer not to see me doing the same race 50 million times. But I don't think that'll happen a lot, because I have 100% in this game before. And last time I got like a fifth of the way through the game on the failed recording, and I lost once. So I don't think you're gonna see it much. Like on the one video, I estimated I might lose 20 to 25 times, which isn't a lot, because there's like over 100 races. And that's a high estimate too. because of the drag races, because I know I'm going to be losing drag races left and right. I probably won't cut out the drag races because they take like 20 seconds for the drag races, but for the long races like this, I will cut them out. And damn, I was 3,000 feet ahead. Let's see, this is 50. No. Well, now I'm not, but I was over half a mile ahead. Burning rubber. Yeah, you're burning something, and I think your pants are on fire because you're lying, because you ain't burning rubber. And that one person's name say Kate. Oh, Katie. I was like, it's like, because a joke from what my fail recording was, one of the racers' names was Sideswipe. So I'm like, hold on a second.
Hey man, that chump Sonny is looking for a run. He's still pretty fresh on the blacklist, so now's your chance. Don't blow it.
Okay, basically every time you get up to the stats, you need to advance and to challenge the boss. Somebody will tell you that, you know, that they are willing to race you now. So back to the joke. So one of the person's names was Sideswipe, and I'm like, I'm racing a Transformer. Because some of these names are really funny, like bad, like Sideswipe and a whole bunch of stuff. I thought it said Kate, which would be kind of funny because I don't know if any of you know this because you might be watching my channel for the first time. But I'm a huge Maximum Ride fan, which is a book series written by James Patterson, young adult series. There's a character in there named that, and that's where my person's name comes from, because my name isn't Iggy. But Iggy's my favorite character from that series. And I name all my video game stuff that, just so if I do ever go on the internet and play people, they don't know it's me. Because, you know, I'm not all about that protecting yourself on the internet, but I really don't feel the need to put my name on the internet as much as other people do. So anyway, nice side story for that while I'm driving around smashing through malls. So when you want to challenge your rival, you can either go to your safe house or through the quick screen. You just hit square and challenge the rival. Make sure you have everything in place. Like, well, I can't because I can't really buy parts, but get all the stuff you want on your car, get enough money, get everything you want, and when you're ready, hit square. And it tells you which races he wants to do, and it tells you what their best time is. Basically, you want to take their time and add like 15 seconds because they never live up to their best time. So add about 15 seconds, and that's about how fast they'll do it. So next time on Let's Play Need for Speed Most Wanted, we will challenge number 15 on the blacklist. See you next time.